200 yards. Turn left. Turn left. Turn around when it is safe to do so.
safe to do so.
arrived at your destination.
was chatting to this bloke who said one of the most famous movie cars in history is actually abandoned in a barn somewhere in Mexico. What do you reckon? Sounds like a wild goose chase to me.
Turn around when it is safe to do so. Turn around when it is safe to do so. In 400 yards, turn right. Turn right.
Tonight, it'll be the Chicago Bulls up against the Washington Wizards. And it's time now to send you out to Kevin Harlan and the crew who are standing by at the Verizon Center in Washington.
For some, success is measured by progress. One step, then another. The journey is hard, but holds its own rewards. For others, only the destination counts. Only one measure of achievement truly matters. Indeed, history is written by the winners. The story continues. The NBA playoffs, round 1.
And the players exchanging a few friendly words prior to tip-off, the getting-to-know-you stage of the proceedings. Coming to you live on 2K Sports, it's time for NBA action. It's Chicago taking on the Washington Wizards. And now we take a brief check at the matchups. Our starting 5 for both teams. And breaking down the game, let's take a look here at Michael Jordan.
And something else he has is an array of moves in the paint. You can make a training video for young players to figure out how to play down low in terms of how he gets it done inside.
And so off the tip, it's Washington's ball. Beal against Jordan. It's Wall with the drive. And the layup falls. Wall's got the scoreboard going with his first points of the night for the Wizards. Pippen with it. Outside Jordan. Back to Pippen. Kicks it to Rodney. Some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Pippen, no luck.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face.
That's his first personal foul, first team foul.
On defense, the Bulls. He feeds it to Wall. The dish to Gortat. 6 to shoot. We're about 1 minute into the first. Wall dishes to Porter. And good, coming off the assist by Wall. Porter's got his first bucket in this one.
And he decides to go old school with the finger roll.
Harper the pass to Jordan. Pulls up, high post. He squares up and sinks it.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Chicago on defense. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Well, I spoke with the head coach of the Bulls. He told me that he's looking forward to this matchup. Their first look at this team so far this season. He said they'll look to play up defensively. As usual, their length and shot blocking a great deterrent inside. Kevin?
Okay, thank you, Doris. And the defensive approach, guys, how do you think that'll play out here?
You know, sounds like they'd like to keep this a low-scoring affair. This could be one of those grind-it-out kind of games.
And I'm sure that would suit them just fine. It may not be what the fans want to see or hear, but a win is a win. Come on now. A W is a W, and that's what you're playing for.
Here's Chicago, trailing by 2. The long one. Back to Jordan. Six on the shot clock. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
Yeah, but the hand in the face is critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here.
And really no choice but to lunge for that pass to make sure it didn't get through.
Yeah, and that was important. Probably would have been a quick 2 points if he doesn't get a hand on it and knock it out of bounds.
And the Bulls making a change here. Pennington's checked in.
I'll tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
It really has, and they've created a lot of high percentage shots in the paint here already.
Now here's Beal. Passes to Gortat. He dishes it to Beal. Goes up at the stripe. Can't get it to go. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. Pippen with it. Outside Jordan. Drilled from 11 feet out. Jordan's got 6.
And also, he catches a lot of defenders off balance, Steve, with his ability to pull up and drain shots off the bounce. It's a very effective skill to have.
Here's Gortat. Lays it up and banks it in. And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
You know what? I think he thinks he can make a few improvements to how things are going on right now.
Yeah, and you know, coaches always are looking for ways to tweak things and change it up a little bit, no matter what the situation is. That's what coaches do.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Pippen kicks to Kukoc. That falls. Nice feed that time from Scottie Pippen.
That's a layup for him. He's just too open.
The Wizards with the lead. They won their last game. That was Thursday night.
And they may have been on the road, but you know what? They nullified any home court disadvantage in that game by how well they shot it from 3.
Shooting can always be a great equalizer. I mean, when you shoot like that from outside, it really makes winning on the road a lot easier.
Kerr dishes to Pippen. Shot clock at 6. The pass to Wennington. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Kerr. They grab their own miss. Out to Kukoc. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Chicago making some changes. Luke Longley's checked in for Wennington. Rodman comes in for Simpkins. And Michael Jordan subbed in for Steve Kerr. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Jordan. Misses off the right eye. And the Wizards with possession. Meeks passes to Satoransky. He kicks to Scott. Can't hit from in close.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, deterred them from those plans.
And so the first quarter wraps up without too much action on the scoreboard. It's the NBA playoffs. Thanks for joining us as we get back to the action here in this game 2. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Wizards.
Guys, their penetration has been outstanding. It's actually been great. They're really finding those holes in the defense.
Yeah, they're showing some muscle also in the first half as well, and getting a lot of their points in the paint. Really like the balance they've shown.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So the Bulls 5 right now. They've got Tony Kukoc. Longley out there with Dennis Rodman. And it's Michael Jordan. And it's Busher in at the 2 spot. Bulls trail by 3. Michael Jordan on the wing. He's guarded by Meeks. Jordan can't get that one to fall. Here's Washington. Oubre kicks to Satoransky. And stolen by Jordan. Jacks up a 3. That doesn't go either for Jordan.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Here's Satoransky. Five on the clock. The Wizards need to get a shot off here. Meeks, good.
And he is also a very rugged player at the defensive end. He will pull his way through any screen if it means staying on his man.
Chicago calls timeout.
And offensively, they've been struggling. He just wants to get them back into a good flow and stop forcing shots.
Well, Greg, the misses started piling up. Things kind of snowballed on him in that regard. This is a good timeout to kind of calm his guys down and hit the reset button.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Wennington, he's checked in for Long. Pippen comes in for Tony Kukoc. And it's Harper in for Bushman. Here is Wall. After the made shot from Scottie Pippen. And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. Here is Porter. Pass to Wall. Smith. And he gets it to go. Hitting off the back of the rim. And the Wizards lead by 6.
Oh, and their offense scorching now. Red hot. They've really turned it on.
I just don't know if you can play any better offensively, making it look easy out there.
Now here's Jordan. He has 6. The shot will not go. And the Wizards now going the other way. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Wall, the tip in on the offensive rebound. And it's an 8-point Wizards lead.
And a nice soft touch on the ball.
And you know, when you have that general touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by.
Yeah, but how about the fight there prior to that ball being available? That's what I like and what you need to really focus on when they have plays like that.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Now here's Jordan. Harper. And it's good off the back rim and in. Harper's got his first points in this one. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Washington leading now by 6. It's Wall with the drive. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Wall's got 10 points in the game.
And really, the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
Shots good by Pippen.
That's his first triple of the game. It was a dry first half for him from long range.
Now here's Wall. 10 points for him. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Dishes to Smith. Good on the shot.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities.
So it's Chicago now after the basket by Washington. Jordan's shot is off.
Not a whole lot going down for him at this point. He just can't buy a break.
Here's the screen. And Wall. Here we go now. Soft touch off the glass. Wall's got 12 in the game.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
All with the steal. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there. And he'll take it right into the teeth of the D without thinking twice about it.
Chicago making a switch here.
And also, Steve, I think he's the definition of a lockdown defender. It doesn't matter what style of player he's up against. He can handle just about anything that's thrown at him.
Now Beal still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Feeds it to Wall. 19 seconds left in the first half of the game. Here's Beal. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And the Wizards lead by 8. Here's Pippen. 8 points for him. On the top of the key, and he hits the jumper for 2. Pippen's got 10 points in the quarter. 5 seconds left to play here in the half. Here's Wall. Another one falls for Washington. And we finished one half of basketball. Wizards lead by 8. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter. Chicago calls timeout.
Yeah, enough scoring on the inside there. I think it's time for him to send a message to his team.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I guarantee you this talk centers around cutting down on all of those points coming in the paint. They've got to show more resistance there.
Bulls trail by 8. Wall and Beal together in the backcourt. Jody Meeks out there at quarter. And it's Gortat in at the 5, down low. That's the rope for Scott Brooks getting going here in the second half.
Talk about hurting your team. I mean, he just can't get anything to go out there.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
Pippen kicks to Kukoc. Out of bounds. Washington takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Wizards leading by 8. The feed to Porter. And it's Jordan with the rebound.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Kukoc kicks to Jordan. Tries it from 9. That doesn't go either for Jordan. So it's Washington now. Here's Porter. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Porter's got the first bucket of the third here for the Wizards. About 1 minute played here in the second half. Left side, Jordan. Kukoc. And it's off from three-point range.
They have yet to hit a shot. A real slow start here in the second half.
And Beal kicks to Gortat.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
Off the inbound. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist from Gortat. And now a 12-point Washington lead.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
And he gets it to go. 8 points for Michael Jordan.
Maybe with that, the lid on this basket will be lifted for him.
Wizards leading by 10. Outside, Wall. Beal. Back to Wall. The drive by Jordan. That falls. Nice feed that time from Scottie Pippen. Pippen's got 3 assists in the game. Now here's Beal. He passes it to Gortat. And the basket good. Gortat's got his second bucket of the night.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce back.
It's Pippen with the drive. Deflects the pass. Rodman dishes to Kukoc. Rodman passes to Kukoc. Jordan, he's covered by Beal. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Take a look at what Jordan's done. He's got 10 points and a steal. The motor on this guy is amazing. Completely revved up. He's been everywhere today.
And it's hard to say which has influenced the game more, really, his offense or his D. I mean, take your pick.
The first free throw is good. Ron Harper, he's checked in for the Bulls. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Here's Beal. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
Back to Harper. Three-pointer. And the Bulls get it back. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Scottie Pippen's checked in for Luke Longley. .149 left to play in the third. It's Pippen on the wing. Guarded by Mahimi. Here's Jordan. Rebound, Washington. Gortat's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
Bulls trail by 12. Harper kicks to Jordan. And they double up Jordan. Rodman. Shot is blocked. And here's Porter. He feeds it to Wall. The Wizards working the ball around now. And that one's good by Porter.
Playing smart offensively in the first half. No doubt about it.
Yeah, the numbers support it. I mean, they're shooting the much better percentage from the field so far. Even with the D lurking, he made it look easy with the soft finger roll.
Wizards leading by 12. 44 seconds left in the third quarter. Wall. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Talk about being on his game. Look at the numbers for Wall. He has 14 points and 4 assists as well. He's a one-man wrecking crew out there.
Truly, they have no answer for him at all.
And the first one drops. Chicago making some changes. Longley comes in for Tony Kukoc. And Bushler subbed in for Michael Jordan. And so Wall nails both of them. Bulls trail by 14. It's Pippen with the drive. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
How about that now? What a sensational finish.
Oh, got to be able to get some hang time to do that.
Yeah, you got to rise and levitate.
Suspend yourself.
Yeah, levitate.
Almost. How about the glide in and then also to reverse it?
Here's Beal after Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. It's stolen by Rodman. Kicks it to Pippen. Good work defensively by Morris.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
Harper dishes to Pippen. Pass to Bush. That falls. Nice feed that time from Scottie Pippen. Pippen's got 5 assists tonight. The third quarter comes to a close. Wizards out front, up 9. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And we welcome you back to our coverage of round 1 in the NBA playoffs. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Wizards.
Boy, guys, I really like how they've driven the ball to the basket in this game. I mean, they've been very aggressive with it.
And also, their mid-range game has been impressive. A tough shot to rely upon, but they really had it going tonight.
On the court for the Bulls, getting this fourth quarter started. Pippen is out there with Tony Kukoc. Then it's Longley, and it's Michael Jordan, and it's Harper in at the 1. Clock at 6. Here's Wall. Shot is off, and Chicago will go the other way with the ball. Porter against Jordan. Passes it to Longley. Right side, Pippen. Outside, Jordan. The dish to Kukoc. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Let's face it, the defense is a step slow. You've got to take away the airspace.
Now here's Beal. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Wall attacking. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. And the Wizards lead by 8.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Harper the pass to Pippen. The Bulls keep it alive. Jordan kicks to Harper. Pippen. Pippen missing again.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially, Greg, when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
Michael Jordan on the wing. He dishes it to Pippen. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
We've seen Scottie Pippen doing his thing. 12 points, and the assist numbers tremendous.
His court vision is on par with anybody. I mean, he could not pass the ball any better than he is right now.
Free throw good from Pippen. Chicago making a switch here. Simpkins checked in. And both free throws good for Pippen. Washington leading now by 8. Here's Mahinmi. And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
Jordan covered by Wall. It's Pippen with the drive. And he gets the bucket.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
Beal dishes the Wall. Puts the lead pass in front of him. Jordan against Wall. The kick out to Harper. It's Pippen on the wing. The pass to Simpkins. Jordan. Dishes to Pippen. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Simpkins. Porter with the steal. Wall against Harper. Wall passes to Beal. He kicks to Mahinmi. Chicago grabs the miss. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
Got to find something, you're right. Beal against Pippen. Beal with the steal. 1:30 left in the fourth quarter. Left side, Wall. To the middle. Mahinmi. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. Mahinmi's got 4 points this quarter.
All of the scoring in tight is coming at that end of the court.
You know, they found the hole in the defense and really doing a great job of exploiting it.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of the Chicago Bulls was going over in his huddle. He told his guys it's time to turn it up a little and try to make a push. We've worked too hard to come away empty-handed. Let's put this thing away. Kevin, we'll see if they can get it done.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really want. He's got one more, though. And the second of 2 is good. That brings them within single digits.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive, Greg. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
Wall against Harper. It's Wall with the drive. Feeds to Mahinmi. And he gets it to go. And the Wizards lead by 11.
Terrific run to seal the deal.
Yeah, and now let's just keep an eye on how much longer they keep the foot on the accelerator.
And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession.
Well, they couldn't hook up there on what's really a pretty basic pass.
There's 49 seconds left in the game. And Wall kicks to Beal. Now the feed to Morris. He passes to Wall. Gives him the lead pass. Mahinmi's shot is good.
The fans are just loving what's going on here tonight. A really good win for the home team.
It sure is. I mean, they kept this crowd in the game, gave them plenty to cheer about, and really used that home court advantage to their advantage.
The shot by Jordan, no good. And here are the Wizards now. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Some changes for Chicago. Here's Satoransky. They do it, they'll move on to round 2. And you got to feel good about getting each and every game here in the postseason.